In the future, I have a couple of projects in mind exploring public opinion, and one actually is related to this framing work. I'm quite interested in exploring whether media attention to political issues in kind of a strategic frame. So policy debates are often presented by the media in terms of the politics and the strategies engaged in getting legislation passed. Healthcare reform debate of late, for example, lots of coverage was about whether Obama had any hope of getting Republicans on board, whether some Republicans were interested, whether he could keep the Democratic coalition together. And lots of sort of political maneuvering, strategic maneuvering dominated news coverage. Less attention was paid to the substance of the policy proposal. So what exactly will this healthcare reform bill do if enacted? So this difference between strategic and substantive framing of an issue is important in contemporary media coverage of politics, and I think probably has important implications on public opinion formation. So that's one area that I want to focus on. It's a slightly different notion of framing in the sense that, but it more squarely focuses on the media, how the media are choosing to cover policy debates. The other area of public opinion that I want to focus on now isn't related to framing at all, but it focuses on, I want to focus on new media, particularly the internet and cable, and the expansion of sources for political news, and whether that has any implications or has that any effects on levels of public knowledge. So you can imagine a scenario where more news outlets, more easily accessible news outlets could lead to a public that's more informed and more knowledgeable on who the important players are in current politics, what the big events are, what the main issues are, knowing about the issues. My preliminary exploration suggests that that's not the case, in fact, that public knowledge levels of politics have not risen as the number, variety, and accessibility of news sources have exploded.